Hi guys. I wanted to take a quick minute and show you something. I know that some of you have probably already seen the training video where I talk about, for anybody who's looking for ways to um, like save some of their time with all of the messaging and stuff. I had been talking about a way to do it automated through a ManyChat sequence. So if you haven't heard me talk about that, then you obviously haven't watched the training video yet. That was from Wednesday, December, oh Jesus, I don't know, December 11th. That's the video that it would have been inside of. So if you haven't, go back and watch that video just to hear what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to go over it all again in detail. But basically the gist of it is being able to like automate our business even more if that style of messaging just takes too long, or if you're just wanting to test different things as well too, right? I've had a lot of really, really great success doing it this ManyChat way inside of this ManyChat sequence. I would like to point out that I feel like it's very important to add like a personal touch, like a video of some sort inside of your messaging sequence, so that it's not just words, so that they can see your face. I feel like there's a lot of trust built right away inside of being able to see your face, hear your voice, see your mannerisms, just a look in your eye, right? Sometimes that's all it takes to build that trust. And so I feel like nowadays, with just all of these words going out through email and through ads and through messages and stuff like that, like we have to be finding different creative ways to really set ourselves apart, right? So I'm going to show you really quickly, because I know I was telling you guys inside of that video that when I first set up this ManyChat sequence, which isn't actually set up right now, I'm gonna get it all back up and running here again within the next couple of days, but I still have it inside of the messages. So I actually was able to get 3 $99 buyers within the first 5 days that I had this ManyChat sequence set up. That's how well it was working. And what was happening was I'm just gonna share my screen here. They were already through the process before I even talked to them once at all. So I'm going to try and keep this as clear and concise as possible. There may be some of you where it might go over your head a tiny little bit, and that is okay. I just want to show you basically what it looks like, right? So so this girl here, her name's Mariel. She saw an ad of mine. I had it hooked up to an ad that had a send message button. Okay, so there's 2 different ways that you can set your ManyChat sequence up. One is going to be connected to like the comment section where people are commenting for more info down below. That is one way to set it up, and then sending like connected to a send message button is a completely different way. Not a different way, just in a different section. You have to set it up in a different section. So just so you know, that took me weeks to figure out why it wasn't working. There are 2 different ways, and I will share the video with that as well too. But I just want you guys to see how slick this is, okay? So in retrospect, I think I didn't know that there was this message going out before this message. I feel like this was the first one I wanted to get out because they're pretty much the exact same. So I think it asked me somewhere to do like an opt-in message and then the flow. But I think I accidentally did it twice because I thought that the flow, one needed to be the opt-in and one needed to be the flow or something like that. I was still really new at it. So I did change it after that, but just so you know, that's why it's pretty much the exact same message. So I'm going to scroll off of that one because basically what they're going to see first is this. So they're going to see, hey there, thanks so much for reaching out. This first bit of our messaging is automated, one of the many cool new tools that I will show you how to use once we get you rolling towards building a digital income. Click the Let's Get Started button now to get going. So just so you guys know, this is the only thing that would show up on her screen. All of this stuff, the video and everything, would not be there yet. So she's clicked on the message button on my ad, and this pops up for her, right? So I don't have to be there, it's automated. This pops up for her, and I say, click the Let's Get Started button now to get going. This thing isn't running, but she would click Let's Get Started. And then the next thing to pop up would be excellent. And then 3 seconds later, boom, this video will pop up, which I'm going to show you guys. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. So great to see you. My name is Ashley. My face might look familiar. Probably came from one of my videos on a post there. Yeah, so I just really wanted to make this video short and just kind of introduce myself and say hi and thanks for being here. I also want to let you know that this very first part is going to be automated. So it just makes things really fast. Basically, is like I can ask a few questions, you can tell me a few things, and we can get through to the part where I'm actually able to like serve you best and to know a little bit more about you and what you're looking for. And a lot of the times here with what we're doing, you know, and very much what you would have heard in the video is all about automation. So right now I could be at the beach, I could be with my family, I could be in my backyard, I could be somewhere just away from my desk, right? So this little next part of the sequence, or this part of our bot, you know, I like to call my bot Chelsea. I don't know why, don't know where. I've named my bot. It just allows us to be able to like live the life that we want to live, right? And it is able to help serve you so that while I'm out doing that, then you can already get started on this first part and it makes the transition seamless, right? So, and then after these first few pieces, then you absolutely will get me. We can hop on the phone or we can just chat over Messenger or whatever that next step looks like. Everybody's comfortable with something different. But I really look forward to getting to know you better and take your time with these next couple of questions and really share more about who you are and what you're looking for in life, right? And that way I really know who's serious, who I'm going to invest time with, you know, because we're all here to make a really big change and I want to align with the ones that are very similar to myself. So let's dig in, enjoy the rest of the process, and we'll chat with you real soon, okay? Bye! Okay, so that's... Hey there, thanks for... So that's the video. It's about 1 minute and 50 seconds, right? So it's nothing super long. It can be even shorter than that, but just having your face, do you see, like that takes, instead of just words on a blank screen like this, right? They're able to see color and sound. Like there's so many more of their senses are like stimulated inside of the experience, right? So it's also building on an emotional level. It's also building like a relationship without them even knowing it, you know? Okay, so yeah, so then they see that video and then it says, meet Chelsea, my helper bot. She's always available, so I figured I'd let her get you started because who wants to wait, right? First things first, let's see where you're at. And then it says, P.S. if you ever wish to stop receiving these messages, just type stop. So you can make these messages whatever you want, you guys. And that's what I'm going to show you the video that I made on how to actually create this whole flow. But you can make them whatever you want. This is just mine. So I have a survey attached to mine. So it says, first things first, let's see where you're at. So it says access questions now. There's nothing connected to it, but I'll show you on the website. If it was connected, this access questions now would lead right into a survey. Or if they click no thanks, it's going to say something along the lines of, okay, cool, no worries. Thanks for stopping in. I think it said, thanks for stopping in. Keep us in mind if you change your mind, all the best in your future, or something like that. I don't even remember. So basically, then what's going to happen is as soon as they hit access questions now, oh, these little bars are, hang on one second. Let me see if I can. Got to readjust everything. In retrospect, I probably would have been signed into all of this. Sorry, guys. So this is called Typeform. This is the one. There's many different surveys that you can use. There's SurveyMonkey and there's a whole bunch of different ones. I really love the layout of Typeform. Let's see if it will give me the actual link for it, because then you can see it. I've already created it. It's very basic, you guys. Like you guys would be able to go in and click around and find out. I actually do have a video on how to set it all up as well too. So I am going to share that. Let's see if I can actually get the link for it. Copy and then open it in a new tab so you'll see exactly what it looks like. Should work. Even though my subscription, oh. Okay, whatever. So what's happening here is basically I don't have my subscription up and running right now. So I am going to tell you that, let me just see, that these surveys are great. In order to have, how do I want to explain this the best? So they're going to go through the whole survey that you have with as many questions as you want. When you get to the very end, if you want to actually have a button that leads them anywhere, you have to pay for the upgraded version. And I'm pretty sure Typeform was $30 for the month to be able to have that feature. So basically, in my opinion, I think it's always great to have something at the end, because what I had here, I'll show you this step. Actually, yeah, I'll show it to you just because we're talking about it now and I don't want to confuse anybody. This is my last page right here. So it says, after they're done the survey, it comes over here and it says, let's get you rolling on to the next step. This recording goes over everything in great detail about who we all are and how we are seeing such massive success in the online space. Click the Watch Now button to get yourself in. So if they click Watch Now, they're going to go right into the webinar, right? And right after the webinar, it has the checkout page with the $99 button on it, okay? So now that's a smooth transition. You have somebody who's seen your ad, clicks the send message button, gets sent into your Autobot, sees your video, gets told that it's automated, gets explained why it's automated. Then they get sent into a survey. They go through all the questions, which I'm about to show you, and you can make the questions whatever you want. And then at the end, they have an option to either message you if they want to talk to somebody, or if they're a go-getter and they want to go ahead and watch something now, then they go right to here. They go right into watching the webinar, right into the opportunity to pay the $99. It's from beginning to end. That's a whole whatever. I think the whole process, the survey, usually on average, my numbers were showing up about 3 minutes. So from the time that they clicked on your ad to the time that they're done the survey and getting this button right here is probably about 5 minutes, literally, right? And you want to catch them right in that moment. You want to catch them right when they're thinking about the interest of your ad. So this works really well to have it that seamless, right? But I guess what I'm getting at with this is, if you don't pay for the upgraded service, it's not going to have a redirection like this. You can't, it won't give you the option to have a button to watch a webinar. It won't give you an option for anything. It'll just end the survey and it'll just, like, that'll be it. It'll just leave them hanging, right? And you really don't want that. So there may be other creative ways other than this, but by far, if you want like the headache-free way to just have everything seamless, just pay for it, right? I definitely think that it's worth it, in my opinion. We either spend more time or we spend more money, right? And that goes for everything. So let's go up to the top. I want you to see. So this is going to be the very first. Now keep in mind, you guys, that this whole screen is going to be the size of this. I wonder if I could get that bigger. No, because I don't have anything active, right? Let's see. No. Okay, so did you see that? So when they were on the first screen, make that bigger. I can't move that over. No. Okay, let me move this up here. I keep moving my face around. Okay, so this would be the very first screen, but of course it would be bigger. Okay, so I've created all of these colors. I've created with the photos. All of the photos are stock photos they have inside of the Typeform program. It's super simple to use and to create. So then it says, awesome deal, let's get started. They'll hit start. Then they'll see, what's your first name? And it'll be Ashley. You'll hit okay. What's going on in your life right now that has you interested in starting an online business? I'm stuck. It says be descriptive, but I'm just doing this quickly just to get through. Do you have any previous experience with online business or similar? No. What do you currently do for work? Nurse. I don't know. How many hours do you work per week? 40 to 60. Are you the sole income provider for your family? No, probably because I have a spouse or whatever, right? Whoever this person is, but that's how you'll know, right? See, you'll know what they do. So you know roughly how much that career makes. You'll know how many hours they're working. You'll know if they're the sole income provider or if they're only working off of one income, right? There's a lot of things that you can see in this. How many hours per week would you be willing to commit to building your online business? 20 plus. You can see the commitment level. On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad do you want to make some changes for your future? I honestly have had people answer 3, like legit. Some people are very honest. I'm going to say 10 because I'm committed. And then we're going to submit that. So then after you hit submit, that's when it's going to kick to this last page right here. And then it gives them the watch now button. And they go right into the webinar and they go right into the opportunity to buy, right? So I think what webinar this was, well, it said it was lead pages. So that must have been one that we did with Caitlin. Yeah, because then inside of our messaging, she said the top 5 reasons why I should pick her to work with, right? So that was one of the questions inside of that specific webinar that we had done, was reach out to the person who sent you here and give them the top 5 reasons why they should work with you, right? So inside of here, then you can see all of this has already happened. She's already had this entire experience, right? I want you to look at the times too, right? So look at the time, September 2nd, 7:42 a.m., okay? And then she wrote back to me the exact same day, 11:11 a.m., so almost 2.5 hours after. So I'm almost positive that I'll read through this in a second, but I'm almost positive that she had also watched the entire, well, yeah, she must have watched the entire thing because she answered the questions. Sorry. I'm piecing this all together as I go. So 5 reasons to pick me. Driven, love to explore the outdoors with my children, would like the opportunity for change, like to help others, be able to provide a financial stress-free life for myself and my children. Thanks for your time and wishing you a wonderful day.
Hey there, I am gonna hope that I guess your name right. It's either Marielle or Mireille. No, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Marielle because I think that's a little closer. How are you? It's Ashley. I just saw your messaging come through. I see that you got through the automated process, and just curious if you had a chance to watch the attached video that was on the end. That kind of gives everybody more detail into like who we are and how we do what we do, and definitely appreciate you reaching out. And I just wanted you to know that I have received your message. And I can see here the 5 reasons that you put on the bottom, so that's perfect. You sound actually very similar to me. So I would love to connect with you for sure and, give you a little bit more of a lowdown and kind of plug you into the next steps here. Maybe whenever you have a chance, just let me know if you got a chance to watch that whole video.
You can feel the difference, right? The difference in how she's probably feeling more comfortable with me. She saw my ad. That's what was interesting. She saw a video. I was straight up about it being automated. I told her, like, I'm out on the beach. I'm out living a lifestyle. I'm going to teach you how to do the exact same thing. She went through a survey. They were respectable questions. She got to see a rockin' video that explains the whole freaking business, crystal clear. Got to see a bunch of other testimonials. Now she's excited. She gives her 5 reasons. And now what does she get? She gets my voice. Right? Happy for her, excited for her, another touch point, another, like, it's showing them how much contact and how much support they're going to have throughout the way. Even when it's automated, you're still going to get me on the other end, right?
Sorry, the voice message is cut off at a minute. Yeah, just let me know if you've had a chance to watch the video, and then we can find a time to connect, whether that's on the phone. Some people are totally comfortable getting on the phone. I love to talk, so that's me. But if you're not there yet and you don't want to chat on the phone, that's totally cool. We can chat over Messenger as well too, whichever way is more convenient, okay? Hope you're having a really great day, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Okay, bye.
Okay, so I'm just going to read her messages really quickly. Hi, Ashley. LOL. Yes, you said my name right both times. I'm quite impressed. Most people pronounce it wrong. I prefer the first one, though, for English. The second way is closer to French. I understand, read, write, and can carry a convo in French, but get nervous. Contacting through Messenger is easier for me since my kiddos seem to think when I'm on the phone, it's time to yell and try to get my attention. Funny how that works. I did listen and watch the almost 2-hour video regarding what you do. I have an idea on it. I've heard of affiliates before about 6 years ago. I was very discouraged by the husband at the time. He always had assumed failure, a reason he's an ex now. I'm thinking this is worth a shot. I really like that you guys refer to each other as family and help one another to succeed. I'm figuring there isn't much to lose right now. I'm planning on quitting my 2 jobs and stay at home watching my sister's kids for 6 months after Christmas to get my head on straight from working 2 jobs the past 5 years and school for the last year and a half. And then I said, hey girl, just doing bed routine with the kiddos, twin 3-year-olds, will message you back soon. See what I mean? Like, I know I've mentioned this to you guys before about just including like what you're doing, just saying, just recognizing like, I see your message and I'll get back to you, right? But just including your family or whatever it is you're doing. So it adds that touch personality, right? And she says, you bet. And I don't think I got back to her until the next morning, actually. So I said, hey, girl, so sorry for the delay in getting back to you. Got caught up with the little ones last night, and they took forever to go down. Sounds like you have children, too, so you get it. LOL. How old are your little ones or growing ones? See, still building the relationship, right? Happy to hear that you're not with the ex anymore. Doesn't sound like it was a very supportive or encouraging environment. It feels good to wake up and shine bright every day. Sounds like you have been a super busy lady the past 5 years, 2 jobs and school. That's a seriously heavy workload, especially with kids in the mix too. What were you taking in school? Again, still building the relationship, right? It's all about the questions. As I mentioned, I have twin boys that are 3 now. I was serving bartending for many, many years. I took a special effects makeup artistry course and was working on film sets here in Vancouver, BC, before getting into a really serious car accident. It had me laid up for almost 10 months. That was the beginning of everything completely changing for me. We'll definitely love sharing more with you about the journey. And oh boy, has it been a journey. Yes, I totally get it. All is good. It's also Labor Day weekend, so no worries. My kiddos are 6 and 7. I'm almost done my diploma in early learning child care. Wow, it sounds like a whirlwind of a journey. Always makes us better though. So we just go back and forth, right? We're building a relationship. I'm sharing, she's sharing, right? Don't miss those opportunities to share. Oh, wow, so super close in age for them. Great job on everything you're accomplishing. You sound like a terrific mom working hard for her babes. Yes, definitely has been a wild journey. It gets even crazier than that. You would have most likely heard my story inside the webinar about my husband this past 2 months with the tumor on his brain. Life is a crazy thing. Oh, right, it was that webinar. Okay, I get it. Life is a crazy thing, but crazy beautiful as well. There's always a silver lining and what we decided to take from the lesson to move forward with. Okay, darling, so what would you like to do from here? Okay, see, so here it is. Here's my call to action, I guess. Would you like to set up your 14-day trial so you can get into our platform and have access to everything I have access to? Then you can poke around for 2 weeks and see if it aligns with you and your journey. Just let me know and I'll get you set up and plugged into the family groups. Hugs. Yes, I had heard that through the webinar. I pray that you and your family will get through it. My brother battled cancer last year and one made him stronger. It gives me hopes. I would love to move forward. Oh, thank you, honey. I will pass those hugs along. Thank you for sharing this about your brother. I'm so happy to hear that he made it through and now he's feeling stronger. Gives me hope too. My husband just finished last treatment last week, so really starting to move into the coping healing phase now. I think it all happened so fast and it was so aggressive he didn't really have time to process. Okay, so that's just bonding. If you want to pause it and read the bonding or take any lines, you can. I'm just not going to read it all out loud. Okay, let's get you plugged in. I'm going to send the link here for you, which will give you instant access and already have you as a friend on Facebook. I already had done that with her, so make sure that you're doing that. Once you start to get a good feeling about people, plug them into your personal Facebook. Tell them that you're going to do that too. Be like, this is my business side. I'd love to plug you in on my personal side. So they look for the request too, right? And I already have you as a friend on Facebook, so now I can get you added into our group. There you can connect and listen how we interact all day. There's smiley faces. There's the link. Awesome. Thank you. We'll go to that later when the kids are in bed. LOL, it'll be easier to focus, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. And then we keep talking, right? Where do you live? Hilda, Alberta, road tripping to Jasper, and like, right? So like we go on and on. Like honestly, guys, it's for me anyways, it's building relationships is like so strong. You know what I mean? And then she bought him, right? So for this one, I guess to backtrack a little bit, I guess what I had said previously was that this, I think maybe because it was a Gaz photo, I was thinking that it's a Gaz webinar that has the 99 buy link at the end, but I'm piecing together that what I actually had done with this girl specifically was the webinar was the group one that we had done with Caitlin and Caleb and me and Selena and a bunch of us. And that one actually didn't have a checkout page on the end of it. It was basically message the person who sent you here and give them 5 reasons why they should choose to work with you, right? So that's what that scenario was. She still ended up buying in, but it's not what I was thinking it was. So, but you could just as easily put in a Gaz webinar into right here, the watch now, or not, sorry, not Gaz anymore. It's because I'm looking at the photo. It's throwing me off. You could just as easily put the Affiliate Institute webinar right here, or whatever webinar. You could put your the little mini webinars that we're going to be getting that are all personalized now. You can put that in there, and that's got a buy link at the end of it, right? You've got your own. It's going to be hosted on your own page. So there's so many options with this, right? So if they click the watch now button and then they watch either your mini webinar or whatever webinar you have it sent to, then it will have a checkout link on the bottom where they can check out either right there, or you can add another button to this as well too, that is a message button that will send them back into the messenger sequence, right? Yeah, so was there anything else? I think that's good for right now. I was just thinking maybe I would go into like how to create Typeform and the stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna actually save that for a whole other video. I just wanted you guys to see what I was talking about and to start visualizing what is possible, the flow to the whole thing, right? So that when you guys, because all of the answers to these surveys are gonna come directly to you. So you can screen this person before you even go back and talk to them inside of the messages that happen right here, right? You can see all of their answers. You can see everything, right? So then you go into it so much more equipped, like you have an idea of who you're dealing with. They've answered some questions, like it just puts you at a different stage, right? So I just wanted everybody to see how smooth that transition can be. And then I will find the videos for Typeform and ManyChat, and I will just make sure that they're not too out of date, because I don't want to give out of date stuff. And it was a little while back that I did that. So yeah, so this is just to give everybody an idea, and hope that's helpful. Hope that gets you excited too, because it's really amazing, like when we can, again, do the whole automated portion, right? Because there's nothing to say that we can't build the relationship just on the back end, right? So the auto responders are really, really great because that buys us time. They're not sitting there waiting for our response. And sometimes if it takes us 24 hours or whatever to get back to them, then they can lose that momentum. But this ensures that it scoops them up in that moment and builds off of that excitement and give them actionable steps to start working on. So it buys you time, and you've been honest with them. I'm probably out on the beach. So it's all just very congruent to exactly the way that they want to live, and really assuring them like, this is exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do, right? That's exciting. I think it's exciting anyways. Hopefully that video helped everybody, and yeah, I will send out the next one shortly. All right, not today though. Okay, bye guys.